They told you sugar causes diabetes. But what if the real killer is hiding inside your favorite crispy fries, golden chicken, or that bottle of salad dressing you use every day? There is one ingredient quietly destroying your insulin system long before your doctor calls you diabetic. It hides in nearly every kitchen, every restaurant, every snack aisle, and every fried meal that smells so good you cannot resist. These seed oils, corn, soy, canola, sunflower, are heated, bleached, and reused until they turn into toxic glue that sticks to your cells and blocks insulin's key from working. Imagine eating what looks like harmless food, yet inside your body, those oils create silent chaos. Your blood sugar climbs, your pancreas screams for help, and you feel tired, foggy, and hungry all the time. Most people never discover the truth until it is too late. But you will, because in this video, I will reveal the 10 everyday foods that are slowly turning healthy adults into diabetics. The worst part? Most of them are sitting in your fridge right now. Stay with me, because if you eat any of these today, you might already be feeding the very disease you are trying to avoid. To understand why diabetes develops long before it appears on your blood test, you need to look inside the most misunderstood part of modern nutrition: industrial seed oils. For decades, we have been told that these oils are heart healthy. The labels show golden fields and the word cholesterol-free, and that sounds good. But what happens to those delicate oils after they leave the seed is something most people never question. Corn oil, soybean oil, canola, sunflower, safflower, all of them are extracted in factories, not pressed like olive oil. The seeds are ground, heated, and washed in solvents, such as hexane. Then they are refined at extreme heat over 500 degrees Fahrenheit, bleached to remove color, and deodorized to hide the rancid smell. What you buy in the bottle looks clean, but inside it is already damaged. When these fragile oils meet oxygen and heat, they form toxic byproducts called aldehydes. Aldehydes are reactive molecules that attach to proteins, especially in the insulin receptor, like a layer of superglue that blocks the keyhole. Once that happens, insulin can no longer open the door to let glucose into the cell. The body responds by releasing more and more insulin, trying to force the door open, and over time your pancreas becomes exhausted. The tragedy is that this process can run silently for 15 to 20 years before any doctor notices it. If you could watch what happens inside a deep fryer in a restaurant kitchen, you would never look at fried food the same way again. Oil is poured into the fryer on Monday, heated all day, cooled overnight, and reheated again on Tuesday, and again on Wednesday, Thursday, and beyond. Every reheating multiplies the aldehydes and other breakdown fragments. They do not evaporate. They cling to the food you eat. That crunchy golden crust on your fries or chicken is coated with invisible chemical fragments that your body has no way to process. When those fragments enter your bloodstream, they embed into your cell membranes and even into your mitochondria, the tiny power plants that make energy. Now, the surface of your cells becomes stiff and inflamed, blocking communication between insulin and glucose. Imagine this in simple terms. Your body is a city. Insulin is the delivery truck bringing fuel, and the seed oils are the sticky tar clogging every road. The trucks can no longer reach their destination. Fuel piles up in the streets. Your blood sugar rises while the cells go hungry. This is the early stage of insulin resistance, the real foundation of diabetes. Long before a blood test shows high glucose. Mainstream medicine keeps repeating that insulin resistance comes from genetics, aging, or inactivity. Those factors matter, but they are not the spark. The spark is oxidation damage from what you eat daily without realizing it. In the 1960s, people cooked mostly with butter, tallow, and coconut oil. Diabetes was rare. By the 1990s, seed oils replaced those fats almost everywhere. The result? Type 2 diabetes exploded worldwide, even among people who are not overweight. Another hidden danger is how these damaged fats mix with sugar and starch. When you combine fried starch with oxidized oil, the aldehydes lock onto the sugar molecules and form advanced glycation end products, AGEs, which stiffen tissues and accelerate aging throughout your body. It is like rust inside your arteries, your skin, your nerves, and your brain. You may not see it, but it slowly takes away your energy, your focus, and even your memory. That is why fries, donuts, and breaded snacks are far worse than sugar alone. The combination turns every meal into a slow chemical storm. Here is the paradox. Nutrition labels show zero cholesterol and healthy unsaturated fat, yet your body interprets it as a toxic signal. When you eat cold-pressed olive oil or fresh avocado, the fats are alive, flexible, and anti-inflammatory. But when you eat fried chips, margarine, or salad dressing made with refined seed oil, the fat molecules are twisted, oxidized, and unrecognizable to your cells. Your body stores them in the membrane, and they keep releasing aldehydes for months, even after you stop eating them. This is why many people with normal blood sugar still feel tired after meals, crave sweets, and cannot lose weight. Their insulin receptors are half asleep, covered with chemical glue from years of seed oils. They are pre-diabetic without knowing it. You can reverse this, but first you must see what happens when oil meets heat, and when that oil mixes with starch. In the next part, you will see the 10 most common foods that silently push your blood sugar higher every single day, and how they destroy your insulin receptors meal after meal. Stay with me, and if this message is opening your eyes, subscribe to Steady Steps Health so you never miss the next step toward real healing. Now, let's open the list, starting with the foods that look innocent, but are metabolic landmines waiting on your plate. Now that you understand how seed oils set the stage for insulin resistance, let's walk through the 10 foods that quietly raise your blood sugar, block insulin, and age your body from the inside out. Each of them may look innocent, but together they form the perfect storm for diabetes. Number 1. Fast food fries and fried chicken. These two rank at the top because they combine everything harmful: reheated seed oil, refined starch, and often a coating of sugar, or MSG for flavor. Every crispy bite delivers aldehydes straight into your bloodstream. You might think you are just eating potatoes and chicken, but what you are really consuming is oxidized fat glued to starch. That combination spikes insulin harder and longer than sugar alone. Number 2. Restaurant. Deep fried foods. When you eat anything fried at a restaurant, onion rings, tempura, calamari, remember that the oil in the fryer has been used dozens of times. There is no regulation on how often it must be changed. Each reheating turns the oil darker, thicker, and more toxic. Even the air-fried menu items often start with oils that were already rancid. Number 3. Chips, crisps, and corn snacks. They are marketed as baked, light, or whole grain, but most are still drenched in seed oil before packaging. Then they sit for months in warehouses, where heat and oxygen further oxidize the fat. The starch from potatoes or corn locks together with the damaged oil to create AGEs, the same molecules found in diabetic complications such as nerve pain and stiff arteries. Number 4. Donuts and pastries. Here you get the unholy trinity of sugar, starch, and seed oil. Deep fried in reused oil, glazed with sugar syrup, they attack your metabolism from every angle. The first thing that happens is a rapid insulin spike, followed by a crash that makes you crave more. The next thing is invisible inflammation in your liver and pancreas. If you want a sweet treat, bake at home with butter or coconut oil. Your body will thank you. Number 5. Sweetened drinks and energy beverages. These contain high fructose corn syrup, the fastest route to insulin resistance in your liver. Even zero-fat iced coffee syrups and so-called sports Drinks overload the body with fructose that bypasses normal insulin control. Within hours, your liver turns it into fat and triglycerides shoot up. People often forget that one soda equals about 10 teaspoons of sugar, enough to overwhelm the 1 teaspoon your blood can handle safely. Number 6. Frozen. Breaded foods, nuggets, and fish sticks. These convenient foods hide all three villains again: starch, seed oil, and industrial additives. Most are pre-fried before freezing, so even if you bake them later, the damage is already done. The coating absorbs oxidized oil, and the protein inside carries those aldehydes into your body. Make your own at home using fresh fish or chicken and bake with olive oil instead. Number 7. Commercial. Salad dressings and mayonnaise. Most store-bought versions use soybean or canola oil. Even when labeled olive oil, read the small print. You will find blends with cheaper seed oils. Once opened, they sit in your fridge for weeks, slowly oxidizing. A better choice is to mix your own dressing: extra virgin olive oil, balsamic vinegar, lemon, and herbs. Simple, fresh, anti-inflammatory. Number 8. Instant noodles, instant comfort in 3 minutes. But the noodles are fried in seed oil before drying. The flavor packets contain more oil powder, MSG, and sugar. When hot water rehydrates the noodles, you release those aldehydes again. That explains why frequent instant noodle eaters often struggle with fatigue and belly fat, even if their calorie intake seems low. Number 9. Granola and protein bars. They look healthy because of oats and nuts, yet the binder that keeps them together is usually seed oil plus syrup. The crunchy texture comes from baking at high temperature, which oxidizes the oil even more. Many keto or energy bars hide 10 to 15 grams of sugar alcohols and industrial fat. Better snack choices are raw nuts, boiled eggs, or a handful of berries. Number 10. Microwave popcorn, a favorite during movie night. But the bag itself is coated with chemicals that become toxic when heated. The popcorn oil blend is mostly canola or soybean oil mixed with artificial butter flavor. Under microwave heat, it produces both aldehydes and perfluorinated compounds that can harm the liver and thyroid. Make popcorn on the stove with coconut oil or ghee if you love the crunch. Taken together, these 10 foods keep your blood sugar and insulin dancing in chaos. The more you eat, the longer your body stays inflamed. What most people do not realize is that even if they stop eating sugar, continuing to eat seed oil fried foods keeps the damage alive inside their cells for months. If you are serious about reversing insulin resistance, start by cutting out these 10 first. Replace fried meals with baked or steamed dishes. Choose olive or avocado oil, and make your sweets from real fruit instead of refined sugar. Your energy will rise within weeks, and fasting glucose will drop naturally. In the next part, we will explore what to eat instead: foods that calm inflammation, restore insulin sensitivity, and rebuild your cell membranes from the inside out. Stay tuned and subscribe to Steady Steps Health so you never miss the practical steps to reclaim your metabolism and longevity. After removing the 10 foods that fuel insulin resistance, the next step is to rebuild. Your cells can recover if you give them the right materials. The body has an incredible ability to repair itself once the source of damage is gone. What you eat next decides how fast that healing begins. Let us start with the fats. Healthy fats are not your enemy. They are the raw material for flexible cell membranes. Replace every industrial oil with fats that come from natural, unprocessed sources. Use extra virgin olive oil for salads and gentle cooking. For higher heat, use coconut oil, butter, or ghee. These saturated fats remain stable and do not form aldehydes when heated. Avocado oil is another excellent choice because it stays intact even under moderate heat. Once you switch, your body begins to rebuild membranes that are fluid again, allowing insulin signals to reach their destination. Next are proteins rich in carnosine. Dr. Berk mentioned this molecule as a detoxifier of aldehydes, and he is absolutely right. Carnosine binds with the reactive fragments produced by oxidized oils and neutralizes them. The best sources are grass-fed beef, lamb, and chicken thighs. You do not need large amounts. A few ounces a day can make a difference. Add fish rich in omega-3 south, such as salmon or sardines. These help calm inflammation and improve insulin sensitivity at the mitochondrial level. Then comes sulfur-rich vegetables, onions, garlic, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage. Their natural sulfur compounds activate the liver's detox enzymes that remove aldehydes and support glutathione production, your body's master antioxidant. Imagine them as the cleanup crew scrubbing the sticky residue left by seed oils off your cells. Steam or lightly stir-fry them with olive oil to preserve their potency. Polyphenol foods are your next allies. Green tea, dark chocolate with at least 85% cocoa, pomegranate, and blueberries all deliver plant chemicals that block oxidative stress. When you replace your daily soda with green tea, you are not just lowering sugar, you are giving your mitochondria protection from future damage. Even 1 or 2 cups a day can reduce inflammation markers and stabilize fasting glucose. Now let's talk about fiber and slow carbs. Your blood sugar depends on how fast carbohydrates enter the bloodstream. When you eat refined flour or white rice, glucose floods your system within minutes. But when you eat lentils, beans, oats, or chia seeds, the soluble fiber slows that release, flattening the glucose curve. This gives your pancreas rest and helps your gut bacteria produce short-chain fatty acids that improve insulin sensitivity. Think of it as replacing a roller coaster with a gentle wave. Hydration is another underestimated tool. When you are even slightly dehydrated, blood becomes thicker and glucose concentration rises. Start your morning with a glass of mineral water and add a pinch of sea salt if you sweat often. Herbal teas like cinnamon, ginger, and green tea support circulation and balance sugar naturally. To tie everything together, you need micronutrients that repair insulin receptors. Magnesium, zinc, chromium, and vitamin D3 are crucial. Magnesium is found in spinach, pumpkin seeds, and almonds. Zinc in shellfish and beef. Chromium in broccoli and egg yolks. Vitamin D3 from sunlight or supplements if necessary. These nutrients act like repair tools, reopening the locks that insulin uses. One more habit is critical fasting or meal spacing. Constant snacking keeps insulin high all day. Give your body a break between meals, ideally 4 to 5 hours. Or try gentle intermittent fasting where you eat within an 8-hour window. This allows insulin levels to fall, giving your receptors time to reset. Pair this with evening walks to help muscles pull glucose from the bloodstream without insulin. When people shift from fear of fat to respect for real food, something remarkable happens. Energy returns, brain fog lifts, and fasting glucose begins to drop naturally. Within weeks, you may notice fewer cravings, deeper sleep, and stable mood. Healing insulin resistance is not about punishment. It is about alignment, working with the body's design instead of against it. Remember, health does not come from avoiding one food group. It comes from balance, awareness, and consistency. Start today. Clear out the rancid oils, fill your kitchen with colors from nature, and build every meal on 3 pillars: clean fat, quality protein, and fiber-rich plants. In the next segment, I will summarize all the key lessons from this series and show you how to turn these insights into a lifestyle that prevents relapse. Stay tuned and subscribe to Steady Steps Health for the tools, science, and daily encouragement to keep your steps steady on this journey. If you have followed this far, You now understand something that most people never hear from their doctor. Diabetes does not start overnight, and it is not simply about eating sugar. It begins with quiet damage to your cell membranes and insulin receptors, damage fueled by years of refined oils, refined starch, and hidden sugars combined in the modern diet. For decades, we were told to fear butter and salt while pouring seed oils into every meal. We were told to count calories instead of counting chemicals. And while we followed that advice, insulin resistance was silently growing inside millions of people. The truth is not comfortable, but it is liberating, because once you understand the cause, you can reverse the process. The first step is awareness. Those 10 foods you saw in this video: fries, fried chicken, donuts, chips, instant noodles, frozen breaded snacks, bottled dressings, granola bars, sweetened drinks, and microwave popcorn are not just junk. They are metabolic traps. Every bite tells your cells to resist insulin a little more, to store a little more fat, and to age a little faster. Removing them is not restriction. It is release. The second step is restoration. Replace what is broken with what is real. Olive oil instead of canola, coconut oil instead of margarine, fresh meat and fish instead of processed snacks. Fill your plate with fiber-rich vegetables, sulfur foods, and natural colors. Drink water instead of syrup, and let fasting be your daily reset button. Within weeks, your blood sugar will flatten, your energy will rise, and your cravings will fade. You will begin to trust your body again. The third step is renewal. Healing insulin resistance is not a diet, it is a rhythm. It means learning to listen when your body says enough, to stop eating before you are full, and to move daily, even just a walk after dinner. Each small choice reconnects you with balance, clarity, and longevity. And finally, remember this: your health is built not in a clinic, but in your kitchen, one meal, one step at a time. You do not have to be perfect. You only have to be consistent. Every healthy choice you make tells your cells a new story, one of repair, vitality, and hope. If this message helped you see food differently, share it with someone you love. Leave a like, and most importantly, subscribe to Steady Steps Health, where we bring real science and gentle wisdom to guide you toward lifelong strength. In our next video, we will explore exactly what to eat daily to restore insulin sensitivity naturally and build metabolic flexibility for years to come. Stay tuned and keep walking your steady steps toward health.